to wealth. This is going to be a quick, very brief message that I have picked up on during this week, this past week, this week. And so you see what it says in the description box. It says cruise control. This is very, like, I would say, important to your forward movement for those that resonate with this. Only take this if it resonates. Um, all members, I love you guys. So all of you guys who follow me and been following me and supporting, my channel, I really do appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? And whatever the likes, the shares, all of that, I send back to you 1,000 times fold. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of you guys are in a season where you guys have line. So a lot of you guys are coming into, new abundance, new things happening. All right. So this is why cruise control is so important. All right. Cruise control is important because you don't want to miss anything. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of contracts that's going to be coming through across your table. There's going to be a lot of people trying to, make contractual agreements with you as well. And so we want to be aware, self-aware, you know what I'm saying, when these deals are coming through, when these individuals are coming through, because you have to understand that a lot of them are only coming because they see what you are connected to. They see where you're going. You know what I'm saying? They see where you are. They see the work that you've put in. And a lot of these individuals and companies and businesses and people that starting their businesses, and it might sound so fucking elaborate, but they haven't did the necessary work on themselves to even keep it, to uphold it. You know what I'm saying? To fully go in depth with it. You know what I'm saying? And whoever this resonates with, you are an in-depth type soul. You know what I'm saying? Your soul is in-depth. You like having in-depth conversations. You like deep, you know what I'm saying, connections. You love, hi everybody. You love to have deep, you know, memories that, hi, how you guys doing? Hey boss. Hi everybody. Yeah, y'all, cruise control is necessary right now, even in communications, when you're communicating with others. You know what I'm saying? You really want to read the fine lines and really use your discernment on the words that people are using with you. A lot of you guys have companies that's already future ristic, meaning that it's already happened in the future, like it's already been set up. And you've created that from your dialogue that you've created within your universe that you've created within yourself, you see, because we all carry the universe within us, right? So your energy shift is on, it's like it's at a, on the scale of 1 to 10, it's at a 9, okay? It's at a 9. It could be at an 8 or a 9. And what I mean by that is the energy shift from others to the energy shift in your family or even you in your day-to-day life. You're feeling that. You're feeling that shift within your body. So you're being able to, and this is why you have to be on cruise control, y'all. When I tell you right now, it's not the time to be moving fast, talking fast, or letting nobody move fast around you and talk fast to you. It's like, hold on. And anybody that's doing that, you know what I'm saying? If your energy can't get them to connect, then they not on what you on, and that's okay. That don't mean that they're beneath you or above you. It just mean move the fuck around. You get what I'm saying? Hi everybody, I love you guys. What's going on with you? I'm up out here in this beautiful, beautiful weather out here in California, in the Bay Area. But yeah, so cruise control. So you paying attention to the fine line and the detail. Okay, a lot of you guys have contracts that's coming, that's going to cross your tables, like I said, and it's going to be a lot of oral contracts. I see individuals, somebody name could start with a B as well, or a C or a D or a H. Okay, it could be first, middle, last, or whatever. But a lot of you guys have individuals that's even following you on your social media pages, and they see, I'm telling you, you guys have something. I don't know if it's a book, I don't know if it's a business that you didn't came up with, business ideas that you didn't wrote down. Go back in your notes and see what it is that you've created. I see things that you've written down years ago, things that you've written down months ago, that's gold. Okay, so you have been pulling messages that's been given to you from the ethers. Okay, even in your dream state. Okay, when you guys are dreaming, which I call those visions, but when you are up there and you are communing with others in different worlds, because as you guys should know that we all simultaneously are here, but also we are in other dimensions as well, right? Because we are souls, right? And hi you guys, hi everybody. Okay, so let me get this message out, right? Because I can't be on here for that long. But I want you guys, if you guys don't take nothing with you, 15 miles per hour. When I speak, I'm going to need you guys to symbolically be able to, and you should be able to, if you're using your discernment, break down what it is that I'm saying. Okay, and I will try to get it to the most understanding parts that I can, or level that I can for you guys. But you have to really pay attention right now. Okay, a lot of you guys have individuals that's attached, that's trying to attach themselves to your inheritance. They're trying to, because they don't have nothing to stand on. They don't have nothing to fall back on. They don't even have nothing that they've creatively created within themselves. Okay, and so we are not in the season to feel sorry for nobody. We are not in the season to coddle anybody or to trauma bond with anybody. We are not in those seasons. Our garden is what our gardens are, what we're supposed to be protecting. So protect your garden, right? Protecting your garden, meaning that you need to have your protection up 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Surveillance over that garden, because they're trying to they want to get in and see what's going on in your whip in that garden. Okay, like I used to say, and I said this on the last video, just follow me, that I come up, I'm from the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? I've been around pimps, hoes, prostitutes, which is two different things. I done been around drug dealers. I done been around all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't experience that life. I've been on that side of the coin. And so this was something that I had came up with when I was about 13 years old, because my brother, he was heavy in the game. Which it don't matter what part of the game he was in, but he was heavy in the game, and I was right there, real young, doing shit I didn't have no business doing. But I mean, it is what it is. A lot of us, you feel me, done been through that, right? And I remember he asked me, like, man, why these bitches always want to, like, you know what I'm saying? All these bitches kind of flock to me. I said, bro, let me tell you something. You a fly motherfucker, right? You handsome. You got a lot going on. You smart. You got game. I got a lot of my game from him as well, too, right? Very, very, he did very good for himself, right? He's no longer in that life no more. But you know what I'm saying? It was a lesson. You know what I'm saying? But I told him, I said, these bitches get in your whip, not because they want to better you, not because because they team players. They want to know what's going on in this motherfucker. They just want to come and see what's going on, then they going to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. It was only one chick that stayed with him up until the end of it. You know what I'm saying? But it was so many bitches that would come that just wanted to get in his whip to see what his program was, to see what was going on, and why his bitches was fly and he fly. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to say that they fuck with. So you gotta watch out for motherfuckers like that, because just as they was coming and going, there was problems coming in, because now they know what's going on. They know your floor plan, right? Now they know your program. Now they know how you doing A, B, D, and C. Now they can't get in his. Of course, they couldn't get in his mind, right? And all of this came from him. He was the one who put the program together and all that. But we really have to watch who we allow in our whips, who we allow in our gardens. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker is planting some shit in your soil, and you will turn around. You missed it that quick. You just turned your head for 1 second. They dropping seeds of doubt. of misery, of pain, of all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would say cruise control would be for me moving at a pace where I know that me rushing ain't gonna get me nowhere no faster. What rushing has done to me in the past and how I had to go back and correct shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really giving you time to analyze what's really going on inside of you first and foremost, and why outside the whip what's going on. Because whatever reflecting here is gonna reflect out there, right? And so that's why we doing the work in here. That's where we're creating the metaverse, the new universe within, right? This is the kingdom, right? This is the kingdom of heaven that they was talking about, right? Christ conscious. And the other day I had said something too, and I want to correct myself. I was talking about the sacral chakra and how the sacral chakra was the red chakra. And that's where a lot of motherfuckers is. And that's where a lot of motherfuckers operate from. You know what I'm saying? If it's not a positive, productive soul. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's the root chakra that's the red chakra, okay? And that's where a lot of these individuals is operating from. And a lot of them is real comfortable in that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when a motherfucker, and just follow me, I know I'm bouncing all around. When a motherfucker is comfortable in something, you know what I'm saying? And we all experience that. I've been on that side. I mean, it still happened to me to this day, where I get comfortable in something. But you got to know, how to pull your own motherfucking coattail. You know what I'm saying? All of this is about self. It all goes back to you. It always go back to you. It don't never go back to nobody else. That's why blaming, you know what I'm saying? Not taking accountability, not being able to say, you know what, I fucked up. I did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I can't take it back. And I can understand if you don't want to talk to me no more, or if you never want to deal with me, but I apologize for hurting you and never doing that again, whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? It takes a type of kind of person, a soul to right their wrongs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers get caught up in that ego shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't come to terms with ego, and then they be upset with their ego, meaning that they be upset with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now you mad at yourself, which cause even more trauma on the body and in the mind, and you being whatever it is that you was indoctrinated with. And then now you're making deals with the patriarch system. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't know what the patriarch system, that's men, all what men created, the material world, materialism. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys, Boomer 25, how you doing? Y'all was up in this thing, huh? Deep. How you doing, good kids? Hi, everybody. Hi to those who say hi to me. All right, anybody on that negative shit, I'm just blocking you out, man. You don't exist in my world. You do not fucking exist at all. I just want you to know that. But yeah, so cruise control. Sometimes, I mean, I would even say, because when you think about cruise control in the physical world, you just gliding on the freeway. This is in the spirit, right? Now we working in the spirit. We working in the soul. And I would say that, the cruise control from the soul perspective would be moving real motherfucking slow and not being moved by anything. I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker honk, tell me to get out the way, whatever the case may be. I'm staying where I am. I'm standing my ground. I'm staying rooted. I'm keeping my feet on solid motherfucking ground. And I won't be moved. You know what I'm saying? Unless I choose to. 1 minute, y'all. Hello? Yeah, so, anyways, I can't even hang that up. So, my bad, y'all. Cruise control. Really take your time. Just know that, in every, before every level up, before you shift into another version of yourself, or before you shift into another paradigm, of growth, just know that there will always be, a attack on you not getting there, you know, to see how determined you are to get there, to see how much it means to you. You know, it goes back to the story in the Bible where, well, who was his name? Y'all gonna know who I'm talking about when I tell this, when I say the story. But he was it Jacob? No, it wasn't Jacob. But he was, somebody name could be Jacob. But he was being attacked